If you have type 1 diabetes, exercise is your best friend, but it's the worst enemy for the blood sugar. You plan your insulin, you eat the glucose tablets, but you still end up crashing 2 hours later after exercise. But what if I tell you today that a 10-second change during a workout can actually stop that crash from happening? So in a person without diabetes, the body turns the insulin production to almost zero when you start exercising. But with type 1 diabetes, you're dealing with outside insulin that doesn't care if you're on the couch or running a marathon. It stays in your system and it drives your blood sugar down. So we know that moderate exercise like jogging or brisk walking drops sugar fast. But if I'm going to do some sort of high intensity interval training like sprinting or doing like a circuit training, that will create the stress hormones to increase, and thereby that will drive the blood sugar up. But what if we combine both to create a metabolic anchor? So that's exactly what this study did. A 2006 study took type 1 diabetes cyclists and they had them do 20 minutes of moderate work. In session 1, they just rested right after that 20 minutes of moderate intensity exercise, and their blood sugar dropped to another 50 points after they finished the exercise. But in session 2, they added just one 10-second maximal sprint at the end. So what is the result? The group that sprinted saw their blood sugar stabilize for up to 120 minutes. The sprint basically acted like a brake, halting the drop, while the resters, basically the ones who rested after they finished exercise without doing the sprint, their blood sugar crashed. A 2011 study confirmed this as well. They found that by adding 15-second sprints throughout a 45-minute bike ride led to significantly fewer lows at night. Basically what's happening is that you're keeping a slight amount of stress hormones active that tell the liver to keep releasing the glucose to keep the blood sugar stable. I call this the metabolic anchor. So let us say once you finish exercise and let's say your blood sugar is around like 120 milligram per deciliter, you want the blood sugar to stay steady like that. You don't want the blood sugar to go to 60 milligram per deciliter 2 hours later after exercise, and then you're just consuming a lot of carbohydrates, basically forcing the calories back in that you just burned, right? So how do you do it? If you're cycling, add a 10 to 15 second sprint every few minutes. If you're walking, intersperse short, vigorous jogs. It should feel all out for those few seconds. So here's the catch. Everybody is different. For some people, the stress hormones can elevate the blood sugar too much that actually translates to high blood sugar, and you're chasing that high blood sugar. For some people, like doing this vigorous sprints or like doing a vigorous cycling may not be safe. It's important to talk to your doctor to make sure that it's safe to add those vigorous intensity sprints into your workout, and make sure to warm up before your workout as well. So once you get the green light, experiment. Experiment with your continuous glucose monitor to see if that 10-second burst is a break your body needs for your blood sugar to stay stable. But remember, everybody should exercise because exercise is the best longevity tool for your diabetes. If you want to know how exercise helps with longevity when you have diabetes, then check out this video here. And this is Dr. Sri, Integrative Family Medicine and Sports Medicine Doctor, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.